y'all, so I am in here for a little update, and then I'm going to be doing some stuff. So let's just start with the update. So these are the ones I planted like in November kind of thing. We have here some celery, and then there's the red Reuben basil right here, and then regular kind of basil, and then a whole bunch of rosemary growing along here. There's also, this is a lavender, my one lavender that came up. And then these ones here are the goji berry that I was really worried about. But they're actually doing okay. All right. Then on the next shelf, all right, just ignore my books that I have propping them up so they get closer to the light. These are the snapdragons. These are the tall snapdragons. The short snapdragons never ended up coming up, but those were really old seeds. All right, Mr. Lion, I'm going to move you. This is anise hyssop, and back there is the yarrow looking pretty good. I'm going to let these all get a little bit bigger, and then I'm going to replant them. And this is the hyssop right here.
Mama.
So... and then again, the petunias never came up, but I think they were just really old. All right, down here I had one hollyhock come up, but then there was one day that I didn't go in and water, and it kind of flopped over, and it looks like maybe something's been nibbling it.
Like an ant.
Like that looks kind of nibbled on a little bit, or maybe like some kind of root rot or something. So I don't know. In the back there, these ones are leeks. They're looking really good. And then over here are all the onions kind of thing. So that's what I got going on.
Mama.
All right, so now I'm going to take you to look at the peppers. I got my farmer buddy here with me.
Hi.
All right, now I'm in the room with the peppers. So just a reminder, or if you didn't see last video, I had put them in little trays with paper towels and coffee filters and watered them and got them wet. And I was just trying to get them to germinate so I could see which seeds were good and which weren't, so I don't end up wasting space on seeds that are not that good, because a couple of my packets of seeds were several years old. So let me show you what we got going on. All right, so here we have the hollyhock. And then Nyla, can you move a little bit because they're a little bit in the light? Thanks, baby. All right, so this one here has that long old root. And one of the things that people had said was you got to be careful with the root because it can go into the paper towel. That's why some people didn't like growing in paper towel. And this here is the coffee filter. And so far, like, nothing's really going on with those. All right, then the Keystone Resistant, these were old seeds, and so far nothing's germinated. Big Jim Chili were old seeds, and so far nothing's germinated. The Craig's Grande Jalapeno were new seeds from Baker Creek. Can you move that, please, honey?
He wants to
I know, the lion is in the video. All right, and so far I have 100% germination on the coffee filter, and like everything except for 2 germinated on there on the paper towel, so that's good. These Daytil are new seeds. These were the free ones, and it looks like maybe, I think germination on those 2 is happening today. And then the Cayenne Long, ain't nothing going on there. All right, then we have Pippin's Golden. These were new from Baker Creek, and those have germination there, and some in here too. All right, and then these are the Black Beauty Eggplant, and these germinated really well on the paper towel. And it looks like maybe something's starting here on the coffee filter. So that's kind of interesting that this is well germinated, this is not. I will say, I feel like the coffee filter dried out more easily. Like there was times where I had to come through and spray it, respray it, because it was kind of looking a little bit dry. Also, I had asked myself, was I going to put these on heat mats? And they are on heat mats, but the heat mats are not turned on because it dried everything out. And so I came the next morning and everything was dried out, and I was like, had to respray them, and I was really nervous I wouldn't get any germination. These are the Cubanelles, And I've got a couple, and that's kind of cool because these are pretty old seeds too, actually. So a couple germinated on the coffee filters, and a couple over here as well. All right, and then the Keystone Giant, also older seeds. Not seeing anything.
Mama, can
So,
I help you opening them?
So that's pretty cool. That is what we're noticing. So today what I'm going to do is I got my little setup on the ground here. I'm going to take those, and the ones that germinated, I'm going to put them into these pots here. I think, I forget what they are, 2-inch maybe. I didn't want to put them in, I don't want to have to up pot them. So I'm going to put like 2 seeds per pot, and hopefully that will be good to get me to when I'm ready to put them in the ground. So I'm going to label these, put them up, and then go. But yeah, so that's what we're doing right now. So let me get the camera set up, and then we'll get going. All right, so I'm all set up. Hi, but I'm just going to go ahead now and start planting. I'm not going to talk to y'all. We're going to zoom through this part. Can you go? All right, y'all, so those are all done. I got them all put into these containers. I have 3 things of the jalapenos with 4 seeds in each. I have 2 things of the Cubanelle, one with 4, one with 3. I did put like a little label on it so I could see how many seeds I actually put in there so that I can tell how many are supposed to come up. I did 3 things of the Black Beauty eggplant with 4 seeds in each, and 3 with the 3 with the Pippin's golden honey peppers with 4 in each. So I'm actually pretty happy with how these came out. Even if nothing else germinates over there, like none of the older seeds germinate, I have a good mixture of the jalapeno peppers, which are going to be a little spicy, the Cubanelle, which is good for like frying, and the golden honey pepper, which I think I can put into salads and things like that. So I have like a pepper type for each thing that I want to do. And I have eggplants too, and this is not the only kind of eggplants. These are like the Black Beauty, the big eggplants kind of thing, a dark. I have another lighter, long eggplant thing that I'm going to plant too, which I think I'm probably going to get started with that very soon. Okay, so wait for 1 second, please, baby. Okay? All right. Sit down and read your book for a little bit, okay?
Okay, Mom.
All right. Do you want to show your drawing you made?
Yeah.
While I was here, my helper made a drawing, and she found out that you could use dirt to make dirt color. And so, there is her beautiful drawing. All right. Now, these ones, I think I am going to put this on a heat mat. I'm going to put a tray, put a heat mat underneath it, I think, and then give them a little bit of water to get them going, because the water that I should have put warm water in here. The water that I put in here to start the seed mix was a little chilly, so the dirt is a little chilly, and peppers like warm weather. One other thing I did that I didn't tell you about, the eggplant, 2 of the eggplants, I started them off just with my seed starting mix, but then I was like, oh, I need to it was feeling heavy, so I put the perlite in it, and perlite is supposed to help retain moisture and all that stuff. So, I added a little bit of perlite into the mix there. There was no measurement or anything. I just sprinkled it in until it felt right. Okay. So I am pretty happy with how these germinated. I think the paper towel, actually, the ones that did germinated on the paper towel better than on the coffee filters, and I really didn't have any trouble with the roots growing into the paper towel like some people said is a challenge with growing in paper towel. I think maybe if I had waited longer and the roots got longer, it would have been more of a problem, but it really wasn't for me. So I think paper towel is a good way to go, but I do like using these little petri dish thingies for this. I think that was super helpful. It helped me see what was going on, because I have been known to dig up a plant to see if it's growing before, if it's taking a long time. And these ones now, I know at least all of the ones that I've put in here have little roots. They germinated. So I'm going to try not to dig these ones up to check on them. And hopefully they sprout soon, and I'll be feeling good. All right, y'all. So let me go get these set up on my light rack, and we will see y'all another day with another project. Happy gardening, y'all. You want to go push the off button for me? It's the square. Thank you.
Bye.
Happy gardening.